This has the potential to have unlimited possibility. The more we are able to dream together, the more we're able to see the possibilities together, the more empowered we will be able to be for the community to be transformed.
If someone is looking at improving their situation and you know, trying to purchase a home and they're first-time buyers, or they're just trying to get out of a situation where the cost of living is just too high for them, or you know, they can't breathe, they just barely can't breathe above water, that kind of thing, I would recommend that they move to this neighborhood.
You can build really beautiful houses for people that are economically challenged or have other needs, and the house alone will not really improve the quality of life of the resident.
When I think about the neighborhood and why I love working there, it's because of the residents. It's because of the people that care about their neighborhood and want to see improvements. And there's many, many of those people in the neighborhood.
Work together collaboratively to really see the community grow and prosper.
Just get community members together to talk and express their concerns and prioritize.
It seems like everybody trying to come together to bring the quality of life back to Philadelphia the way it should be.
Tangible outcomes and deliverables connected to their vision.
They've been involved with a few other projects that I have going on in the neighborhood, and they're a great organization.
And this today is one of those very rare, wonderful occasions where 8 different city offices, civic organizations, and agencies all came together to work in concert to make this thing happen.
The sustainable communities is the idea that community development is bigger than bricks and mortar development. It's more than just housing, investing in housing and real estate. It's about investing in the quality of life comprehensively for neighborhoods. So Sustainable Communities has 5 principles, and those are quality education, as well as healthy environments and healthy lifestyles, stimulating economic development, stimulating wealth and income for neighbors and residents, as well as investing in the physical infrastructure like housing. Sustainable Communities is about community engagement and collaboration and empowering residents and organizations to do this comprehensive community development. APM was chosen as our lead agency in Eastern North Philadelphia for their comprehensive development they've been doing all along.
Association Punta de Quines en Marcha started in 1970 as a social service agency that provided various array of services to the Latino community, which was severely underserved. From that, we developed our first quality of life plan in the late 1990s, because just physical development isn't enough. You have to start looking at what else do the community residents need. Do they need to look at crime and safety? Do they need to look at how the traffic comes in and out of their community, the recreation spaces or lack thereof, the educational systems? I think APM really stands for community. APM is an organization that was born out of the community and has been with the community since its inception in 1970. It was started by a handful of volunteers with absolutely no budget that cared a lot about the community and its well-being. And they started really advocating for themselves and for the residents. And it has grown to an organization that is a multi-million-dollar organization with 100
25 or so employees and dedicated still to the community welfare and to the health of the residents. Children need better schools so that they can be better educated, so that their outlook in life is a more positive one. Families need open space, recreation. They need clean areas where they can play. They need crime and safety issues to be dealt with so that they can walk the streets and feel safe at night. Families need services. They need access to health care. They need access to shopping and retail so that they can buy fresh food in supermarkets, for example. So the building physical environment by itself will not provide everything that a family needs to succeed.
So the next slide, you'll see kind of where we are in the process. Right now it's March 9th. So we are close to the end, as Jennifer said. And our goal for this particular meeting is to take a look at some of the goals and the strategies that people developed in the last meeting we had in February and go through the very specific action steps for attaining these goals. So that'll be the task that we want to accomplish today.
So, hold on, if we go back, so I'll translate a little bit. 1.7 of education, 1.2 we said Dollar Boys Kappa, Village of the Arts and the Humanities, Mural Arts, Taller Youth Bill. Working in communication with the Managing Director's office. And we have a local provider, a community-based organization that does entrepreneurship training that has also been part of this. It's just a matter of coordinating, okay? Yes, okay. And in terms of who will recruit and when, again, one of the things that I keep on hearing is the exchange of communication. So it's about the working group and the SCI staff, right? Okay, is everybody getting our weekly emails?
Yeah.
Okay, please let us know if there's other stuff that you need us to add or anything you want us to post. So strategy number 2, improve student performance.
So SCI and APM, I think we are at the point right now where we are completing the process of putting together a quality of life plan for this particular community. I believe that over the next year or so, in the short term, we're going to begin to see collaborations and projects begin to give birth to new life and to new ideas in this community. I believe that we're going to see faith communities working with nonprofits working with community organizations. We're going to see blocks that are going to get excited and energized about all the possibilities they can to beautify their community and to strengthen one another. We're going to find ways to develop leadership and how to shore up the economic base for the community. We're going to be looking for ways to invite business into the area, and also to use education as a tool to strengthen our young people so that when those businesses come, they're prepared to engage in the jobs that those businesses are going to have to offer.
If anybody needs anything business-wise where it's related to music, we're here for them. And anything that we need when it comes to community helping, because I do a lot of community events out of my store, they're willing to come out and help. Community-wise, we have received a lot of help where whenever we had problems with drugs, the whole entire community got together to help clean up the area. ASID, it's located on 5th Street, the business district. They helped us out, and it's just because we all work together that we're able to continue. So it's not something that we do alone, it's something that when we need help, the community's there for us. SCI and APM, they're successful because they give back to their community. Any business that wants to continue, you have to give back. It can't be all just take. They do help out the community quite often. They provide a lot of services that the community needs. And because they're there for the community, that's why they're so successful.
Well, this playground was established years ago. I believe it was around the 70s, but we're not even sure. It was a blacktop in the beginning. Then afterwards, a group of people got together and they decided to see if they could get a playground. So they went to get help from governor officials to see if they could get some money together to put a playground here.
It's going to be an area for, like, if you want to bring your children in the upper area up that way, it's going to be tables and chairs, and we're going to have a flower fountain. But and then it's going to be flower gardens. They're going to re-prune the trees.
So it's been going pretty well, but we have gotten a group of us, people, have gotten together to see if we could establish this and see if it makes it.
Some of the positive changes I've seen in the neighborhood is a lot of the communities coming together, doing cleanups and more of trying to cover up for the graffiti. The city's coming out more than they used to in the past. I believe APM and SCI have been great to the community and pulling them together with community events and educating them and empowering them.
I think what's been really interesting about the project is their approach has been so community-based. Nothing started unless there was interaction with the community. The people were the first ones. I mean, you could go into any neighborhood and say, this is what it needs. And with Semilla is a grassroots initiative that uses art as a catalyst for social change. So we actually go into the neighborhoods, and these are the neighborhoods that I've grown up in. And we work with the community in order to transform and change. And you know, we use art as a catalyst. So it's the main gear, it's the main, you know, thing for everything. And we use simple and more complicated projects in order, you know, to create a model so people could recreate these things in other places that are in need. What was interesting was that whole approach, the research. The research was really important and crucial to really know the needs of the community.
I was given an opportunity to relocate with my employer, which was invited to the city of Philadelphia to provide services to homeless people. I rented from their properties for about 4.5, 5 years, kept my ear to the ground, and found out about the home development here years later, and that's how I was able to kind of like get the opportunity to purchase a home. And I think that if there was a way to showcase how programs can come together nationally in a holistic way and how they approach the issue of you know, poverty and the issue of people with the lack of opportunity, it would be what's going on here in the North Central area of Philadelphia. There's so much going on here. The Horticultural Society working with APM working with Local Initiative Support Corporation. There's so much going on here, and it's the way they're holistically approaching the issue about, you know, quality of life. APM's working with the Local Initiative Support Corporation. I keep mentioning these people because I believe they're the trailblazers in what's happening here right now.
I do believe that the youth in this neighborhood face the same challenges and have the same opportunities that I had growing up here. The core places that I went to during my childhood are still here, and that includes the church and the community center. And that's where I was able to learn as much as I could and get the resources that I was able to get, including scholarships for school. And those two places were very instrumental in my growing up. There's a big world out there. There's so much to accomplish, and that we shouldn't be deterred by what we see every day in this community. That there's a way out, and there's, you know, a way to obtain a better living. And even within this community, you don't have to leave to do that. You know, I'm a prime example. I went through school, I graduated, I have a good job, but I bought a house right here. So it's just sharing my experiences with the youth here, I think will be my contribution and will provide me with the ability to make a change in their lives.
We were able to, over the course of the year, create interest around this park and be able to move it forward so we have funding for redevelopment.
Thank you so much to all the residents for coming out today, the teachers of Walsh School, and all our partners as we do this groundbreaking.
I want to thank those funders, Liz, the police department, because it takes a community.
This is a great opportunity to improve the quality of life for all residents, stakeholders, and more importantly for our children.
Hand in hand, as one, we're going to make this park happen. Can you give yourselves a cheer? Yay!